In this tutorial, we'll cover everything you need to know to analyze your first floor plan in Spatiometrics. Every time you analyze a plan on Spatio, it automatically creates rich, structured data that you can use to quickly create custom floor plan visualizations and metric dashboards. There's no coding involved, and all you need to get started is a floor plan in Rhino. We'll provide a starter file that you can use, so don't worry if you don't have one of your own yet. In particular, we'll discuss how to prep a floor plan for analysis in Rhino by making modifications to one of our template floor plans and uploading it for analysis. You'll be able to take what you learn here and apply it to any project. To get started, go to app.spatiometrics.com and log into your account. We'll use the Quick Start plan in this tutorial, which you can find in your Tutorials and Demo collection. Every project on your dashboard was created with a corresponding Rhino file, and you can download that file by visiting the Edit Plan page and clicking Download File. When you open the file in Rhino, you'll see that there are a handful of different layers. Our goal when we're prepping a file for analysis is to get the right geometry onto the right layers. There are 3 required layers, and they're really the only ones that need to think about as you get started: room outlines, circulation, and visual barriers. All of the other layers give you more control over the analysis, and we'll cover them in future videos. If you want to dive in now, you can read more about this layer structure in the Help Center, which I'll link below. First, we'll talk about room outlines. Every room outline you include in the model will be visualized on the floor plan in the app. Room outlines form the basis of every analysis in the app. Each room gets a score for every analysis. You can tell Spatio what kind of room each outline is by putting it on a sublayer with that name. If you're following along, you can try changing an outline's room type by renaming the layer or moving an outline to a different layer. You can add an outline to a layer by selecting that layer and drawing a closed polyline on that layer. When you analyze the project, this new room will show up on the app. Next, we'll talk about visual barriers. Visual barriers are how you control any analysis related to visibility, things like privacy, views, or window access. These analyses use 2D ray tracing to check if a particular space or object is visible from a given point. Anything you put on this obstruction layer will block visibility. You can draw visual barriers for walls, partitions, or large furniture, and leave openings for things like windows and doors. If you're following along, try adding or removing an obstruction so you can see how it affects the analysis results. I'll add an obstruction here to prevent views through these door openings. You can be pretty quick and rough when you're drawing these. The last input we'll look at in this tutorial is circulation. The circulation layer is how you control the travel distance and simulated foot traffic analyses. Spatio automatically calculates the shortest path between each room based on the circulation paths that you draw. If you're following along, try adding a shortcut by adding a new circulation line. Don't worry about drawing paths to each room, because Spatio automatically connects each room to the closest point on the paths that you draw. When your file is ready for analysis, you can save it. And then the next step is to upload it to Spatio. So to do that, go to Spatio and click Upload a Plan. Enter any project details you want. Name is required, but everything else is optional. And then click Create Floor Plan to save that information. Then click Upload 3DM File, select your file, and click Open. Once it's finished uploading, the analysis will begin. Spatio will automatically run each of the analyses in the cloud, which will take a few minutes to run. Large plans or plans with lots of visual barriers can take longer. In a few minutes, once the analysis is complete, you can explore the results. Click on the plan to visit the floor plan visualizations, or add it to a collection to create and save custom metrics. You can see the new room that we drew in the plan here, and you can switch to the other analyses by using this dropdown. Check out supervision to see how the visual barriers prevented views into those rooms. And you can look at the travel distance analysis to see how the shortcuts affected circulation. You can toggle between the original plan that we downloaded and your edits to the plan by using this dropdown, or the Compare tab in the collection. And that's all you need to know to get started working with Spatio. If you want to try it on one of your own plans, you can use this template file as a starter. Just replace the geometry on each layer with your own and play around and explore. Next up, you can create custom metrics and floor plan visualizations and save them to a dashboard. We'll go into more details in the next video.